Hey YouTube, welcome back to another edition of Broken Big Boy Toys. Again, we're doing a product review, and today it's going to be a Sargent seat cover. These are custom made seat covers for your individual bike. No two are the same. You can have different colors put in, different patterns put on it, and they can also do one-up custom work for you. So here's the original seat, and as you can see here, there's some scuffing from the crash and some just wear, but overall the seat wasn't bad. But the difference between a stock seat that looks like that and a custom seat, when it's done, that'll look like carbon fiber and nice smooth leather, is the difference between having a factory ride and having a one-off custom. This is a seat cover. They do make full seats if you don't wish to put a seat cover on your bike. A seat like this runs about anywhere from $70 to $100 shipped on it. Probably about a 3-day turnaround from time to ordering to your doorstep. So what we're going to do is this video is going to be about installing and showing you how well this product goes on.
Now we're going to flip the seat over and we're going to take out all of these staples with a flathead small screwdriver, such as like these, and you can also use a regular pliers needle nose to take some of these out if you can't get completely under it. Just as simple as that. You take it, get one side off, pull the other side with your finger, and they come out fairly quick and fairly easy. A little bit time consuming, but you know what you're doing. You get these out fairly quick.
So I'm going to let him take those out for now, and then I'll come back when he has those out.
So around these corners I'm taking the pliers and I'm just pulling them right out because they're kind of getting stuck.
And this is just made out of plastic, so you may need a pneumatic stapler when you redo it. I've done it with both a pneumatic and a regular stapler before. I prefer the pneumatic because it makes it a lot easier on my wrist. Now these are coming out really rather simple because the seat's in really good condition, and you can see the staples aren't rusty or anything like that. So they're coming out in one piece. If your bike's a little older and you have to pull these, like on the CBR 900 build, or I'm sorry, 1000 build, the staples were a lot more rusty and a little harder to get out, and they would break, and then you just have to get out both sides. But this bike's you know, a 2005, it's not that old, and they're coming out rather simple. Got the whole side off already, this portion?
Yep.
This side's all off, so as you can see, it's just starting to pull.
The foam's actually in pretty good condition. No like oranging. It still looks brand new. All the staples out of the seat. Now, what you want to do is just want to flip it over, obviously. Just take your seat cover off.
Sure, you got all the staples out of the seat?
Yep.
It looked like it was holding them back there. Because you're missing one staple. Say you got all the staples out, you got to make sure you have all the staples out. Because otherwise,
mistake.
it holds on the seat.
And you don't ever want to leave it in there because you stab yourself later.
So as you can see, this seat is fairly good condition. A little bit of, it was probably gas spilling down the tank, as you can see a little bit of here. I hope it's not anything other than gas, because where that would not be a great place to be something else. But realistically, it looks like maybe some gas or something, or even just washing a bike and just getting water there all the time. Foam's in real good condition. No reason to get a new seat, and that's why Sargent does this, because when your seat's in really good condition, there's really no reason to buy a whole new seat. Okay, what I'm doing is there's a little kind of rounded stuff here. I'm just putting it in here and walking it down so I can kind of get it to where I want it, so I can get it to fit right before I staple anything. I want to see the positioning of where the band is, so that we can get it to where we want, and then from there I'll staple it in. Put one here just to hold a second. So it's staying there, and then I'll put this side here, and then I'll walk it in. What I've done is I just put a couple staples, and I put them real low in case I have to actually undo the seat and re-staple it. This way it doesn't move. You always want to have more room in it than less, and you want to keep paying attention to where you're going with it before you staple it in. Okay, so we got basically the back part just stapled into kind of where it needs to be, and then we're going to move around and walk this down so that we get it where it holds tight, and we'll walk down each side and get it to where it's tight. But as right now, all we did was put a couple staples in here. We're going to go back there and load it up when we're done, but we want to just make sure it's following the right lines that we want. Okay, so the seat looks pretty good now. It's pretty much there. I don't have staples all the way through it yet. Now what I like to do is I like to go down and put staples this way, and then every once in a while I'll put a staple the other way, and what that does is it stops it from moving. So, like, in other words, just put one here like this, and you know, you put a couple here, put another one here. What that does is it stops it from kind of pulling away. So, because it gives it a different spot to hold on it. Now, I'm just using a pneumatic stapler from Harbor Freight. I think these are like 20 or 30 bucks. Ain't a lot of money. So, and then what I do is sometimes I pull the staple and I re-establish where it is. So now that I know where the seat is. And you remember I walked here, and then I did the back section, then I walked in the sides. That's the way I like to do it. And then what I do is I kind of move the foam, and as it heats up, it'll bend into where it needs to be. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start stapling all this down just to see, you know, and now I can do it closer to up top here because I know where our positioning is. So I can kind of go up tighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. See, as you can see, as I did that, it actually pulled these because it just didn't seem to go in deep enough when we did it. So I'll just catch it again. I'm not sure if we had it off the table and that was one Greg got or one I got. You have to kind of really hold it in so that it goes through the plastic. And again, doesn't hurt to have too many staples in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and staple this, and I'll come back on and show you what it looks like. Okay, so these are the tools we used: a pneumatic stapler from Harbor Freight, a regular screwdriver of a decent length, regular screwdriver of a smaller length, and a needle nose pliers. The staples were 1/4-inch staples, so they don't go through the back. And as I said, we kind of went straight, and then we turn them every once in a while just to get a little bit of a, make sure it doesn't pull. Seat came out beautiful. All the lines are perfect spot with that Sargent right there. Nice lines all the way through. I would say this looks like $1 million seat. It was only cost basically $70 to $100 depending on what you get done. I believe with shipping and everything, this seat was roughly about $90. We're going to put a link in the description back to Sargent's website so that you guys can go check out all the stuff they have. Go check out their custom workshop, and we'll put this back on the bike so you can see it on the bike. Alright, so we brought the bike back outside after putting the seat on it. The seat came out absolutely gorgeous. It really looks nice with the ribbing on it. Nice and smooth. Everything looks like it almost belongs factory on this bike, but obviously it's not. Sargent does a really good job on it, and matching that off of that Delkevic exhaust, I mean, it's just so nice how the carbon and the carbon kind of look similar in nature. I mean, obviously one's fabric and one's carbon fiber, but it just gives it a really nice offset because it gives it a two-tone in that seat, where the passenger seat is still usable, but it's not of the carbon fiber, so it gives it a little smoother look. Looks really nice with the black. So in general, it's coming up real well, and really the rear of the bike looks totally different. You got the Sargent seat, got the Delkevic exhaust, and you have the Bob Moto pegs on it. So it's really coming back. Got some other touches to do, and she should be back and going. So as always, thanks for tuning in to Broken Big Boy Toys. Give us a big thumbs up, like and subscribe. That's very important, that like and subscribe stuff, because that gets us moved up on YouTube. Obviously we have to have more subscribers. That moves us up on YouTube as well, but those likes and comments really matter. So let us know. We're going to mark in a link in the description for the Sargent Seat, and you guys can go there. They do a lot of one-off custom stuff, and they have seat covers that are just ready to be ordered. Again, real simple job to do, under an hour, and what a difference it makes for your bike.